What up, guys? This is the heavy bolt rifle on the PTS, and I know I was waiting to go back to the PTS until at least the patch, right? But I just couldn't get this out of my head. I just wanted to do one more operation with the heavy bolt rifle on the heavy, and the reason being is this perk right here, Tactical Precision. This has been a perk I've been using a little bit with the heavy bolt rifle, so I wanted to try it without, because the heavy bolt rifle actually does have a fair amount of headshot support here. This honestly could just be straight up extra damage, and I think it would be fine for the weapon. Using the heavy bolt rifle on the heavy, at least my impression of it, since I used it like a couple of times before now, my impression of it was it definitely needs to pack a bigger punch. It definitely needs to do a little bit more damage. But rebuilding it, I definitely have a little bit more confidence that maybe this is the way to build the heavy bolt rifle for the heavy. Just make sure you have a lot of ammunition. Make sure you have all the damage you can get. I do have Divine Might here. And also, of course, some extra penetration as well. Trying my best to make sure the heavy bolt rifle is in a usable spot for the heavy class here. But overall, I definitely believe the heavy bolt rifle definitely should have more support within the perks of heavy. And as you can see with heavy, there are a lot of tank perks here. I do have Fortitude because you don't go into heavy stance with the heavy bolt rifle. Also, I do have some extra melee because some extra melee can kind of help with the heavy bolt rifle as well, because you're a little bit more agile. Getting into some melee attacks is a little bit easier. And additional supplies just to overall help the ammunition case for the heavy bolt rifle. I want to see how much ammunition I can actually get on this weapon and to see if it really affects how strong it is. Emperor's Protection is just good. Field Adjustment, I always use Field Adjustment. Brute Force, obviously some extra range damage. I gotta say, if you don't want to buff the heavy, if you don't want to buff the heavy bolt rifle specifically, you can get away with buffing Brute Force 100%. Range damage increases by 15%. So the only weapon this really affects would be the heavy bolt rifle, because I will say the heavy bolter gets a pretty good buff if you buff this as well. But the heavy plasma is still going to be a little bit slower than the other weapons. The extra damage you get from it is still kind of worth it. But it's still, it's still a slower weapon, so you're getting bigger shots out of it. So extra range damage, it's still going to do a lot of extra range damage. It doesn't really matter. Not to mention the heavy plasma is getting a nerf in the weapon rework tree, where you can't really just stack up cooldown on it. So even this would even still increase the damage of the heavy plasma, which would still be balanced because of the cooling being adjusted. And then the last heavy weapon would be the Melta. The Melta getting extra damage really honestly isn't that big of a deal, because it's kind of, it has its drawbacks with ranged. So this, if you buff Brute Force, you would be buffing the heavy bolter probably the most, and in turn would be buffing the heavy bolt rifle. I just think this going up to 30% could be a little bit interesting for heavy. Conversion field, obviously, just to help get some ability charge. The issue is, I'm on the PTS, so it's unlikely I will have any teammates. You pretty much just run with bots on the PTS at the moment. But Conviction is pretty good. Exponential Force is okay. But like I said, doing some melee attacks is honestly kind of nice with the heavy bolt rifle. Auxiliary Reload is okay if you need to use, your secondary. And then, while performing melee attacks, this should be while aiming. You take 25% less health damage. Yeah, so the best way, I would say, to fix the heavy bolt rifle is to fix best defense. And best defense could just straight up be you take 25% less health damage, like, to be completely honest. And then Brute Force. Brute Force would also be another perk that you could buff to help out the heavy bolt rifle for heavy. What up, guys? Ooh. Uh-oh, I thought I was going for a catch. Big gun strike. Ooh. Uh-oh. My camera? Whoa. Big gun strike. Oh, nope, not big enough, apparently. Definitely should just throw a grenade. Oh, nope. Uh-oh, dude, this is not good. I wanted to get out of the desert. All right. Big gun strike. There it is. Holy cow. Woo. Dude, this operation is starting off pretty sloppy. Get that headshot. Nice.
Reloading ammunition.
Ooh. Oh, okay. I'll get that catch real quick, but this is a large mob right here, 100%. Oh, good thing I do have a bot sniper. This is perfect for the bot sniper. Oh, we finally got somebody in execution. But we do have scan here. And I did make sure to add some extra melee damage, just in case. It should be pretty easy to go between melee and shooting with the heavy bolt rifle. But okay, yeah, not interested in fighting in this desert. Come on, there it is. Give me some armor. Also, not to mention, the heavy bolt rifle does have a lot of ammo. I am using additional surplus. Now, I am only on Ruthless. Ruthless is still pretty wild for this operation. But it's really just to test out, because we are really just trying to stress test the heavy bolt rifle here, because I don't want to suggest a buff for the heavy bolt rifle without going through so much, you know, a lot of playtime with it. I definitely need to get more playtime with it. I just couldn't get it out of my head for some reason. Oh god, dude, I'm getting absolutely shredded here. Good thing this is solo. The PTS doesn't have many people joining it. Dude, holy cow, why do I keep getting stunned by everything? Oh, okay, yeah, that's... I forgot. the Trigon Prime.
Zone for contact. Ready anti-psychic tactics.
Ooh. Alright, well, it looks like we have a zoanthrope. That is not good. I do have a stim here. I did take quite a bit of extra damage I did not need to take. But yeah, as you can see, the heavy bolt rifle is trying its best to take down the zoanthropes. Hello. Hello. Can I move? Nope. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Boom. Big parry. Okay, execution. I really should eat this stim. Ooh. But for now, I should be okay. Boom! Big gun strike. Come on. Whoop. Anybody? Anybody swinging? Oh god, that was overkill. There we go. Holy cow, man. Yeah, this is definitely stress testing, you know, stress testing the heavy bolt rifle. Dude, how is that other one still shielded? Woo. Yeah, we did a lot of damage to this. Oh my god. The snipers out in the desert are seriously the worst. There we go. Finally have a shield. Nice. Woo. Alright, starting pretty bad, but we did manage to take out the zoanthropes. Camera. Yep, nope, the camera is just not. I really hope they fix that. We are getting pinpointed by snipers. I'm gonna try to get closer to that one. And, alright, so after using the heavy bolt rifle for a bit, this is like my third playthrough, I guess my third operation playthrough with it, with the heavy. I just think heavy is interesting. Most of the DPS from heavy just comes from the fact that the weapons that heavy uses are just really strong. So it kind of put the heavy bolt rifle in a weird situation, right? It's either the heavy bolt rifle gets buffed to the point it becomes super OP for tactical, or like, I don't know, like, or it just continuously becomes mediocre on heavy, pretty much. Regardless, I do think there's a chance for the heavy bolt rifle to at least receive some sort of buff. Whether it's like a fire rate buff, I don't know if it needs a damage buff, really. Maybe all bolt rifles should just receive another headshot multiplier buff or something like that. But there definitely needs to be something that makes it stand out as a good weapon for heavy to use. Because at the moment, there's not really that much that really stands out about the weapon. Oh yeah, this Ravener. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to get closer. Okay, shield up. Now, I do have extra damage right now when the shield is up. And you can tell the spread is kind of aggressive with the with the heavy bolt rifle, but there are perks you can, you know, use that basically helps out with the spread. This Ravener's kind of just squirming all over the place. Ooh, see how fast it jumped up? I put a lot of faith in the blue indicator there. But yeah, so the heavy bolt rifle, as fun as it is to use on heavy, and I think it does have a buff. It is basically a buff away from being able to be used on this class. I'm just not 100% sure how confident I am that another heavy bolt rifle buff, like another heavy bolt rifle buff, would straight up make it the best weapon for tactical. I mean, honestly, it might still be interesting to compare it to the plasma or like something maybe like the Melta. The heavy bolt rifle putting itself in a spot like that is very interesting. Also, I'm sorry if I'm talking over all this yapping, but there's a lot of yapping in this operation, so I don't really know what else to say about that one. Okay, Melta. Big Melta damage. Dude, wow, you survived? What? Oh, God. Yep, this room is doing dangerous room things. Oh, dodge that. Hello. Boom. Parry. Dude, look at that. Look at that scan. I wish I had a grenade for this. Oh, dude, I can barely even see. Ooh, come on. Catch. Nice. Oh, God. Boom. Big parry. Oh, dodge. Dude, being able to dodge while aiming with heavy feels so crazy. Holy cow, these stuns. Woo. Dude, the plasma is definitely coming in clutch when it comes to gun strikes. I specifically picked this weapon because of gun strikes. I figured I'd be getting a lot of them with this heavy. You know, it is really nice. Woo. To get gun strikes as heavy, especially, yeah, getting the plasma, there's just a little bit of area of effect damage. So you get some AoE with the gun strikes with the heavy. Bro, this camera is crazy. Can I, like, recreate that? No? That's wild. Alright. Well, I will say, I did manage to survive this room, so... that's not too bad. But I do have a tactical bot as well, so that's interesting. Because if you consider the fact that the heavy bolt rifle is normally paired with scan, I'm not surprised that the heavy bolt rifle is getting through some problematic rooms with scan on, like, a bot, you know what I mean? Oh, God. Oh, God. We got an extremist spawn. Where are they at? Where are they at? Oh, yep. Oh, nice. Okay, so we did get the connection. There's a few... There seems to be a few spore mines here as well. Let's get some stomping in here. Oh, come on. I hit that stomp, right? I stomped on the extremists. Oh, another connection. Oh, God. No, now we need to find a power cell. That's not great. I just need to get the connection process going. Come on, come on. Also, side note, I just want to point out, yeah, I was about to point out, there is way too much yapping in this operation, man. Especially in this room. It is non-stop yapping. Holy cow. There we go, boom. Let's go. Let me throw another shock, just in case. Oh boy. Come on. Boom. Big gun strike. Come on. Oh, I'm not. Yeah, now I am. Okay. Reload. Dude, look at how many things are surrounding me right now. This is a big execution. Okay, yep, stomping time. Oh, nope, not stomping time. Oh, boom. Big gun strike. Nice. Okay, yeah, just get the brain. Dude, scan stomps. Yes. Scan stomps. Oh, come on. As soon as I start stomping, I get sniped. Come on. Feel free to hit me. Big gun strike. Oh, also big shield. Also, I have so much ammo with this weapon. Dude, yeah, good stuff, team. Just get him. Enemies down, enemies down.
Eradication complete.
Dude, I do have some extra headshot damage with the heavy bolt rifle. Oh, God. Come on. There it is, there it is. Yeah, see, that's the thing with heavy, right? At least heavy is tanky enough to take some of those shots. I do have fortitude on. But you're still just better off with, like, a stronger weapon just so you can take things out faster. Oh, big catch. As soon as I went for the stomp, I get directly sniped as well. It's so frustrating. It's like, dude, like, you can't buff a strategy that doesn't really work at high difficulties for prestige perks, you know what I mean? Even though I will say the extra melee damage can come in clutch eventually. Whew, nice. Yeah, I'm just taking out all these majors. I'm kind of a little edgy right now. I'm a little annoyed. I was sniped. So yeah, and then it's just easy to take it out on the majors. Nice. Oh, there's still one more. Oh, he's just getting a mag. There we go. Ooh, okay, we got an extremist. Biovore, that's not good. Yeah, let's throw a couple grenades. Get some damage in. Ooh, scan. Come on. Look how much damage. Like, we're just putting in damage. Oh yeah, there we go. I mean, look, that is one good thing about the heavy bolt rifle on the heavy, especially with additional supplies, is you just get so much extra ammo, dude. I have so much ammo on this weapon. And it does make it a bit fun to use, you know? You can just use a whole bunch of bullets on a wave of gaunts. Oh, God. I don't know what's over there. I could have been more careful with that grenade, I guess. Oh, hello. Big stomps. Big stomps. Oh, nice. Am I gonna get sniped before I get... Yeah, I want to get some stomps in, man. Come on, big stomps. There we go. Oh, execute, yes. Scan stomps, man. Scan stomps are actually pretty good. And so should the headshots of the heavy bolt rifle. Yeah, that wasn't too bad, considering the tactical was doing a couple melee attacks there. And I will say, shield heavy bolt rifle is pretty interesting. I do like the shielded heavy bolt rifle. Oh god, I don't like getting sniped though. Backtracking snipers, man. That's all you guys do. All you guys do is run. Boom. You're too afraid of the stomps. Dude, stomping is good though. I'm not even lying. Maybe stomping feels good because I'm using the heavy bolt rifle a lot in this operation, but the stomps do feel pretty good. Come on, get me up there. And hey, you know what? Oh god, the heavy bolt rifle does have some pretty good stomping synergies. Get down, get down. Nice. Hey, that worked out.
Xeno's countermeasure successful.
Oh god, sniper. Dude, he literally wasn't even aiming at me.
Enhanced tactic ready.
I can still get the shield up though. Oh. Nice. Yeah, that's a pretty good example of how long it'll take to take out a major. But see, you gotta consider, I do have some extra melee damage, or no, sorry. I have some extra range damage when I have this shield. Oh god, look at all these little ropes, man. The stranglers, the strangler AoEs. Holy cow, dude, I just been executing majors all the way here. What up? Good clear, good clear. Now, this isn't too bad. I would have been able to go after the boss here. This is Ruthless. Ruthless solo, technically. Oh, God. Well, I guess this is some time to finally give some close. Oh, my God. Why does this keep happening to me? I just keep getting shredded by snipers that are, like, delaying their shots. I guess because I'm just rolling before, like, they actually shoot or something. But, all right. This isn't about snipers. Ugh. Like, sometimes I can't even tell who they're shooting at. Yeah, hold on. Let's take this guy out, dude. You are making me pretty mad. But yeah, the heavy bolt rifle with heavy it does have interesting benefits, to be completely honest. Like, as far as being agile, it's pretty interesting. The damage on it isn't great. I would suggest to just overall just buff the headshot damage for the heavy bolt rifle. Why not? It doesn't do too much damage, considering the spread of the weapon, you know? So anyone who's hitting headshots with this weapon deserves to get benefits from it. And I still get 2 stims. I can't believe how many times I got hit by snipers today. I don't know what's going on. There was a little bit of panic rolling, but I'm also not getting many like sound cues for the sniper. So sometimes I just guess. And then not to mention, this is like one of the best ways to like dodge left and right is to just roll anyway. I don't know. That's whatever. I might need to take out more Tyranids to to actually truly feel satisfied now. But overall, the heavy bolt rifle definitely needs a buff if it wants to be considered a heavy weapon. All right, let's look at the damage. 12,000 damage on Exfiltration without Trigon Prime. On Ruthless, that's pretty good. That's honestly pretty good. And I didn't go down, but, you know, I am solo, so I'm taking every stim, so that's nice. Fair amount of special kills for Ruthless. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. The heavy bolt rifle, this is why I wanted to try it again. Because the heavy bolt rifle does feel fun to use with the heavy, but it just misses a little bit of impact to make it usable on the heavy. So I don't know. But I will say it's very fun, and I did make it work.